You try to duck but cannot avoid the full impact of the missile, which hits you on the forehead and splatters all over your face. You brace yourself, waiting perhaps for an acidic reaction to take place, but the mushy liquid merely drips off your face onto the ground. Cautiously, you test it, first with your finger, then with your tongue. You have just been hit by a ripe tomato, so I'm glad we didn't use the spell. Gosh. You turn to face the sleeping figure, who is beginning to stir. Cautiously, you approach the little man. As you get close, a single eye opens and looks at you straight in the face. A wide grin spreads between the creature's ears, and he disappears. I've got to do a voice now, haven't I? Oh gosh. Let me just prepare myself. Good morning to you, says the chirpy little voice behind you, and you swivel round to see him standing there, still grinning. I'm Seamus, the leprechaun, he chuckles and holds his hand out to you. He seems friendly enough. Will you shake his hand and try to befriend him, or draw your sword? 75% say shake his hand. You grasp his hand and introduce yourself, and cry out as the nerves down your arm go numb. Seamus bursts out laughing. You lose 1 skill point. As you are using your sword arm, you are becoming angry, but the little man continues to shake your hand and laugh. A laugh comes from behind you, and you look around to see him floating in the air, grinning, but you are still shaking his hand in front of you. Or are you? In fact, you now realise you are frantically shaking hands with a stuffed dummy which is flopping around on the end of your arm as you shake it. You throw it to the ground, but it is stuck to your hand. The situation is ludicrous, and you are becoming very angry. Just a little joke, says the leprechaun, who snaps his fingers. The dummy disappears. Now, what can I do for you? I'm bad at accents, and I wasn't prepared for this. Will you ask him the way onwards, or draw your sword? That's the only Irish accent I can do as well. My English accent is pretty convincing too. No splitting the G. Oh, I shouldn't I? No, because that's promoting irresponsible drinking. Guinness. I am available. Have your people contact my people. I will accept a Guinness sponsorship. 80% say ask the way onwards. Two years ago, I would be crushed with embarrassment about this accent, and I probably would refuse to do it. If a talent agent is watching this stream, sign me up. I want to perform in something. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Okay. Gonna give this my all. Oh. I shouldn't go this way, says Seamus. These are not pleasant parts. These 3 doors are the only ways onwards. 2 of them are very dangerous, and the other is very smelly. On the opposite side of the room, there are 3 doors. One has a brass handle. I'm pretty sure he was meant to say that. On the opposite side of the room are 3 doors. One has a brass handle, one has a copper, one has a bronze handle. Which will you choose, Twitch chat? What do you do? Oh! Right, what do we do? 80% say ask advice. Which would I take, eh? He muses. I can't do accents, I'm so sorry. Let's see. How do you do? I can only do certain things. I would not take. I in Irish is oi. I would not take. How do you say take in Irish accent? take the 1-2 doors to the left of the copper-handled one. Just stop it now. I'm not doing it. I'm being offensive. I would not take the 1-2 doors to the left of the copper-handled one, nor the door to the right of the bronze-handled one. Oh, this is a riddle. Whale oil beef hooked. Wise words. You open the door and step into another room, glad to have left the annoying little creature behind. A sudden, intense flash of light bursts out in front of you. You shield your eyes and then rub them, but you cannot see. Panic hits you as you hear a low, growling noise. Padded footsteps come closer, and you cry out in pain as this unseen creature roars and embeds its sharp teeth in your leg. What will you do? Use a strength spell scroll? Try a weakness spell scroll? Or draw your sword and slash out? Twitch chat, you have 1 minute to decide. If you want to take part in voting, come on over to Twitch, or ask your friends to watch the YouTube, and I'll do the poll on YouTube as well. So majority is voting for slashing around with the sword. So let's do that. Draw your sword and slash out at the creature. You slash about madly with your sword but cannot hit the creature. Either it is extremely quick or it has no solid body for you to hit. Its teeth are now tearing at your flesh and you can feel blood on your leg. You will have to protect yourself with magic or face certain death from this unseen creature. What will you do? The defensive spell, I guess, is the weakness spell, because the weakness, its strength is to give you strength, weakness is to weaken the other, or we can just face certain death. Don't choose that one. Don't choose that option. But it's a valid option. I mean, if we do nothing, it might be one of those things where if we do nothing, the creature stops, and then it's our friend. So do nothing may be the best thing to do. We never know. What if it weakens us? No, the description of the weakness spell was it weakens the other. If the creature is actually not physical, there's no point in being strong, is there? Yes, we don't know because we are currently blinded. So weakness wins. Try a weakness spell scroll. You cast your weakness spell. You wait for the creature's strength to fade, but as its teeth continue to maul you, you are dismayed to find that its attack is becoming more ferocious. You cannot feel your leg now. The pain is intense. You feel faint and lose consciousness as the jaws close on your throat. We're not dead. You awake and look around. As your memories return, you are amazed that you can see. Your leg feels tender, but is uninjured. You hear a small chuckle coming from above you, and suddenly the whole thing makes sense. Floating above you is O'Shamus, now laughing loudly. The whole thing has been one big practical joke. You are enraged. Gosh, and leap to your feet, but as you glare at the funny little man rolling about in the air in hysterics, you can't help but see the funny side too. You chuckle, then giggle, then laugh loudly. For some time, the two of you roar with laughter until tears stream down your faces. When you are both able to control yourselves, you eventually settle down to chat. He is a pleasant little man. Before you leave, he says, "Indeed, you are a good sport. Your way ahead is fraught with danger, though." That's the worst Irish accent. But perhaps these will help you. Never again. Give me a Guinness. Gosh, what Don't encourage me to do accents. But you're good at them. Don't encourage me. This is okay, Abyss, but you're good at them. Do Irish again. No, this is what toxic positivity is. Don't do that, because I'll end up on X Factor as one of the Voice as one of the joke acts with their family around them, like, oh yeah, we're so proud of him, he's come so far. No, you're a joke. copper. 75% say copper.